What are your looks on this NCAA football card, Nolly?
All right, yeah, right away. Let me see, pull it up here. All right, the very first pick I have is Georgia State team total under 20 and a half. They're going to face a Louisiana Lafayette team who got a surprise win for some, beating Iowa State last week. But to me, the one thing that was not a surprise was their defense. That's their focal point of this team, and I like the way that they look facing a Georgia State team who Georgia State has a lot of uncertainty. They lost their quarterback last year. It was a senior. Now they had a lot of freshmen coming in, and it was kind of weird. The freshman gets diagnosed with a heart condition, and then ends up saying that it was a misdiagnosis, and now he's coming back, but he's not going to be the starter. They're going with another guy. He's a third-year guy who was behind Ellington last year, who was their starter last year, and a lot of question marks here with Georgia State and the team that I feel was really, really behind facing a really good team in Louisiana Lafayette in their defense. And the second pick is I got Appalachian State minus 3.5 going against Marshall. This is an Appalachian State team that I'm really high on. I rode them really hard last year. They got a lot of returners. And I believe we're getting a 3.5 because the way that they were able to keep the game close last week against Charlotte. But mind you, there were 3 turnovers. One of those was on the 1-yard line, a fumble. And so I expect them to produce a lot more points here against Marshall. It won't be a complete blowout, but I like that 3.5 a lot. Then the other one I got is Troy and Middle Tennessee State under 65.5. I don't expect Middle Tennessee to really produce very many points. Middle Tennessee, ever since they lost their quarterback, which is the coach's son, a few years back, they've been in complete disarray. And Troy, if you look at their numbers last year, they gave up a lot of points through the air, and that's a big change that they're going to have this year. They got a big DB coming back, and they got a big pass rush with a transfer who sat out all of last year, a guy from Nigeria who's going to do big things for their front seven, and I expect them to shut down this Middle Tennessee team. I lean to Troy on that one as well. And on the last one I have is Charlotte team total under 17. They go on the road to face North Carolina, who looked really, really good against Syracuse, completely shut them down. This is a Charlotte team that did produce 20 points last week, but again, they face Appalachian State with 3 turnovers. If you notice, most of my picks are going to be in the Sun Belt. That's kind of where I focus on the most.
I like it. Sunbelt action from our Nolly knows